Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this video for Mercury Retrograde Season. So excited to have you guys here. If you are new, hello and welcome in. If you are not new, hello and welcome back. So let's talk about Mercury Retrograde. This is a cycle that happens 3 times a year for 3 weeks. It has a bad reputation as being a disruptive, annoying cycle. However, just as with everything in life, it depends on how we look at it. So if we are looking at this Mercury retrograde season as an opportunity to help us, we are going to have a much smoother ride than if we are pushing against it. So what does the planet Mercury represent in the astrological story and in our lives? Well, it represents the area of communication. This is also about technology and it's about transportation. This planet goes retrograde, like I said, 3 times a year. So this is a frequent occurrence that's actually a very natural process and a very supportive one. I like to think of retrogrades as review periods. So just before a team will play an opponent, it'll review the tape of the last time it played that opponent before it comes up with their game plan for game day. Very similarly, Mercury, retrogrades in general, give us the opportunity to review, to take a step back, to do things differently so that when we move forward, we are more on our game. You can also think of the retrograde as the energy that it takes to move forward. So like before you jump, right? You have to go down a little bit before you jump up. It's that downward energy that gives you the force to move forward. This is also the energy of retrogrades. You can also think of the drawing back of the bow before it's shot. That backwards momentum is this retrograde energy. The backwards movement of this planet is helping us to take aim and shift our direction and learn how to improve ourselves. So retrograde means that from our perspective on Earth, the planet looks like it's moving backwards in the sky. So Mercury is a planet that likes to stay very close to the sun. In fact, it's only ever one sign ahead, one sign behind, or right directly in the same sign that the sun is in. Right now, the sun is in Virgo. Mercury is ahead of the sun right now in the sign of Libra. However, when it starts going backwards in the sky, it'll regress, retrograde back into the sign of Virgo. This is important because we're going to play a little game to help us navigate this Mercury retrograde, okay? And while Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Libra, we're going to be doing one thing. And while it's retrograde in the sign of Virgo, we're going to be doing something else. So the retrograde starts on September 9th, and it'll go to October 2nd. So September 9th, it is in the sign of Libra. And from September 9th to September 22nd, we are going to be focusing on the energy of beauty. We're going to be rebooting our lives to refocus, relearn about beauty. I tapped in with the Libra energy, and this is really what the Libra archetype wants us to communicate, wants us to be aware of, wants us to focus on when Mercury retrograde symptoms happen. So what is a Mercury retrograde symptom? Well, it's anything to do with technological glitches or transportation delays. Those are the main two. Sometimes also your ex comes back in the mix, and also communications can be really difficult. So like if you're trying to communicate to someone and it's just not, you're not being clear, they're not being clear, and you can feel the communication's just off, that's also a symptom of Mercury retrograde. But instead of getting frustrated about these things happen, we're going to look at it as an opportunity. So between September 9th and September 23rd, we're going to look at these symptoms as opportunities for us to reboot in the area of beauty. Okay? So let's say you're driving somewhere and you are delayed and you're going to be late to your destination. Take a deep breath and focus on something beautiful in your life. What is beautiful about this moment? What is in the space around you that you have had to slow down? Like, let's say there's a traffic jam, right? Well, just stop and take a look around you. Find something beautiful to look at. Focus on that for a bit. Or let's say your computer shuts down randomly and you're in the middle of something and maybe you lose work. Instead of getting frustrated, focus on beauty. Focus on something beautiful. Go do something that makes you feel beautiful. Or like draw something that you feel is beautiful, or look at a picture of something beautiful and just recalibrate to beauty. Okay? Then between September 23rd and October 2nd, whenever you have a Mercury retrograde symptom, allow yourself to focus on innocence. Okay? It's going to be a reboot for innocent expression and innocent focus. So let's say you're trying to speak to somebody and there's just this communication, like you just can't get through. You both aren't seeing each other through the same eyes. Your words are hard to think of. Like exactly what's happening to me right now is an example. I'm having trouble speaking. This is kind of what I'm talking about. So if this was happening during that phase of Mercury retrograde, I would check in with myself and say, take a deep breath and focus on my innocence. Am I coming from a place of innocence? Am I seeing the people that I'm communicating to through the eyes of their innocence? Like, am I seeing their innocence as I'm communicating to them? Where can I be more innocent? That is the Virgo energy that it wanted us to focus on. Virgo has lots of different qualities, so does the Libra energy. But while the Mercury retrograde symptoms happen in Libra, we're going to be focusing on beauty. We're going to be rebooting our beauty program. And when the retrograde symptoms happen in Virgo, we're going to be rebooting our innocence. We're going to be refocusing on that. So let me know if you have any questions. Please feel free to reach out and comment and let me know how these reboots are affecting you. When you notice a Mercury retrograde symptom, or you just get frustrated with anything that's happening in the realm of communication, technology, or transportation, check in and see how you can focus on beauty or innocence depending on what time it's happening, okay? I know we can get through this. I know it'll be a beautiful cycle. Also, the moon is full in Pisces on September 10th, a day after Mercury goes retrograde. I have just recorded all of the readings for this moon cycle. It will go until October 9th, which is a week after Mercury goes direct, which is what it's called when Mercury starts moving forward again. So basically, the entire lunar cycle of this full moon of Pisces is also coinciding with this Mercury retrograde, okay, except for a week at the end. So they're linked, and the guidance that you're going to get for the Pisces energy, which we are celebrating with this full moon in Pisces, celebrating the completion of something, it may help you also to navigate these Mercury retrograde symptoms. All right, my loves, you know how to support me. Comment, share, go to my website, join my chakra meditation group. It's on WhatsApp. We have new meditations every week, and they're really awesome, if I do say so myself, and I do. So there it is. You can support me there. You can always give me a donation at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Link is in the description. And until next time, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.